Now you can hear me. I do apologize, guys. Okay, so for the first few minutes of that video, you guys were not able to hear me. Oh my goodness. But that is okay. We're going to keep it going. I wanted to get on here tonight to just get on here and talk to you guys a little bit about digital marketing. I told y'all I am a 9 to 5er, or I am a 9 to 5er if you guys do not know me. I'm SJ. I am a mother of three, a wife, and I currently work for the federal government. And when I tell you, I realized very quickly that my job was, yes, it was definitely going to require me to actually seek my own type of job for myself, for me to create my own, because I realized that I can continue to keep working for these people, or I can and continue to keep complaining, or I can continue to create something. I can create something for myself and not have to look back. So tonight I wanted to get on here and just talk to you guys a little bit about digital marketing. I haven't been on here very much on this account talking about it, but I did want to get in here and just, talk to you guys about some of the things that I told you that you should really, really get yourself into. Reason being is because the world is becoming digital right now, and we don't have time to be sitting around here waiting. And if there's something that you can do, you need to do it, right? Meaning that if you are able to create a digital product that encloses your services, something that you're really, really good at, your knowledge, and then distribute that product out to other people by letting people know that you are, you have this service within this product, then guess what? That's what we need to be doing, because it's time out for depending on somebody else. The same way that we work for somebody else, we should be willing to work for ourselves. So I want to just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about that. I've already kind of did that formal introduction just to kind of let you guys know who I am. And I want to just, get in here and just spill out some of the reasons why I actually got into this. I started digital marketing back in September of 2024. And in the very beginning, I thought it was just a game. And I thought that, they're saying that this is what it is, but is this really what it is? And I was thinking that because, I just wasn't really ready to actually learn a new skill. I said that I was tired of my situation. I was fed up with the way that things were being done. I had got injured on the job, and my job had cut my hours back tremendously. And that made me realize that they really didn't care for me as much as I thought they cared for me. No matter how much work I was putting in, no matter how much time I was putting in, that job really did not care for me as much as I thought they did. Because when I got injured, they just put somebody else on that same mission that they had me on, and it just went from there. So I had to realize very quickly that the job that I was working for really did not have my best interest. And I noticed that a lot of the jobs that I worked for didn't have my best interest, and I got sick and tired of that. So I told myself, instead of going to look for another job, you're going to create one for yourself. So I got myself into digital marketing. I learned the skill. I have advanced within the knowledge of knowing what it is, and now I teach people what it is, and I teach people how to get started, because it's not a hard process. It's just you taking a skill, the knowledge that you have, bundling it up in a service, and then providing that to somebody, something that you already want to do anyway. You just have no idea on how to start. So tonight I'm going to show you guys how you're going to get started. And it's life changing, because you're realizing who you are. You have to commit to yourself. You're no longer committing to somebody else. I mean, you're still in the process of doing what you have to do, because I'm not telling you to quit your 9 to 5 job. But I'm telling you to learn a new skill that's going to help you to where you don't have to solely depend on that 9 to 5. And learning the skill of digital marketing actually helped me, because I was able to learn that skill of digital marketing and actually do that on my free time. I didn't have to stop what I was doing. I didn't have to stop anything. I could continue to do what I was doing, and it was all up to me on whether or not my journey became successful. So if this is something that you're interested in, then you stay tuned, and we're going to get into it, kind of talk about it. We're going to talk about the programs that I use, that have helped me along as far as I have gotten. know why it keeps doing that. I do apologize, guys. Oh my goodness. The whole time I was talking once again and you guys did not hear me. Oh my goodness. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank y'all for staying in here. Even thank y'all for letting me know that y'all could not hear me because I was just going on and on and on. Okay. I don't know what was the last part you guys heard me say. Um, but I will say that I'm gonna just kind of go back over my story a little bit, why I got started, and how you can go ahead and get started with doing something different. Not saying that you have to quit what you're doing right now, but I am saying that you need to kind of create another way for yourself other than just depending on somebody else to create that way for you. Um, Myself, I decided that I was going to step into digital marketing. I realized that I'm already on social media anyway, so why not actually benefit from it and do what I need to be doing with it, right? A little bit about myself. I am a mom, a wife. I'm a mom of three, and I work for the federal government. All right, so y'all know that. Some of you do, some of you don't. But I got injured back in 2023, and that injury pretty much, kind of put me down a little bit. I realized that the job, that I work for doesn't necessarily have my best interest, and it doesn't matter how much work I do for them, what I do for them, they still are not going to always have my best interest because at the end of the day, I work for the company, right? So if I really want something different, I have to create that difference that I want for myself. So I decided that I was going to try to or do something, find a way that I could create a difference for myself. Um, okay, so I started digital marketing back in 2024 of September, and I started with a program called DBA, right? The program is really, really good, but it's not a program that actually teaches you the skill of digital marketing. It gives you a surface level of what digital marketing is, but I needed a full breakdown of what digital marketing was so that way I can actually understand it and I would know how to actually relay it to others, because the only way that you're able to know that you know something is when you're able to teach it to someone else. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but really that's the only way that you know that you really know something. And I felt like at the time when I was just with my first program, which was DBA, I felt like I didn't really know it as well as I should have. So I decided to go off and look for something more, which was UBC. And then I decided to, kind of keep advancing myself and go from there. But I did kind of just tell you guys a little bit about myself. And I just kind of told you guys where I started it, how it all got started. But I got injured back in 2023, and that injury really, really showed me that the job that I was working for really didn't care for me, and they hit my pockets. I actually had businesses before I started working for the federal government, but I decided, I'm going to come to the federal government, get the money, the funds that I need to get these businesses off the ground because it takes money to make money. At least that's what I thought, right? So, um, I came on there and said, I'm going to do this, but then I realized very quickly after that injury that that probably wasn't going to happen. So I needed to find another way. Um, and I had to actually start to do something that wouldn't require me to have to do a lot of laboristic type work, such as, physical labor, forcing my body to actually do a whole lot of things that it's not supposed to be doing and things of that sort because of the injury that I incurred at this job. And I said, you know what? I don't want to have to go through another injury just because I'm putting my body through something that I know that it shouldn't be, just to try to make money to make ends meet, right? So I decided, what's some other ways to make some money? And I decided to go online and look for ways to make money online. And that's when I actually ran into digital marketing. And like I was just telling you guys, the very first program that I started with was DBA, which is a PLR community. This community does teach you, it actually gives you the resources that you need to be a successful digital marketer. It does give you a small breakdown of what digital marketing is, but it doesn't go into full detail of what it is. So, if you're confused and you have DBA or Digital Boss Academy right now, it's probably because you still need to learn the skill and you really don't have everything that you need. Because I started there and I realized very quickly that you're probably going to need a little bit more. So after, going through that and, having success with it, I still wanted something different. I was realizing that everybody else was having, a different type of success. And I felt like it was because they actually knew the skill. And I knew that there had to be courses out there that actually taught you the skill, not just give you a whole bunch of things that's going to help you with the skill, but to actually teach you the skill. And so I went off on the search and I stumbled upon this lady. She was teaching all about digital marketing and helping others to get started, just like I'm doing right now. And she was a perfect stranger to me, and I decided, you know what, instead of sitting here wondering why things are the way that they are, because I was learning on YouTube, and the learning was good, but it also wasn't complete. So of course I would get finished with one thing and then I would still have to figure out how to, get to the next thing, because I really didn't know what was supposed to be the next thing. So I knew that I needed some kind of guidance, and, I prayed for that guidance. And when I actually found the guidance that I needed, which was the actual course of learning the skill digital marketing, then I jumped on it and I didn't second guess it. So that is what I want to talk to you guys tonight about. I also want to show you guys some other ways that you can make money online just by learning other skills besides digital marketing, because you can learn other skills besides digital marketing. That's just one of the many skills. Digital marketing is just this main skill that's going to help you take any business, any service, any product, anything that you have, and help somebody else with that product or service. It breaks Digital marketing is the thing that actually, you need before you get into this world of being online and, all of that. So I'm happy to actually realize that, and now I'm here to share that information with anybody who needs it. And I want to get into the courses that I have started with, that have helped me become successful. And I know that they are sure to help someone else become successful, because they are, there's thousands of people that it's helping right now. So y'all, let me know if y'all have any questions right now or any concerns. And if not, we will keep going. Y'all, it was so hot out there today. I don't know about y'all, but I am in Texas. And when I tell you it is hot out there, like it is so hot out there, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I was like, I don't know. I just don't think I'm gonna make it out there because it's just so hot. I felt like I had got a small headache when I went out there. It was just like, no, this is not it. Then I went to my first store. That store didn't have the chicken that I needed, so I had to go to another store. And I was like, they were like, oh, well, it'll be an hour wait before you can come back. And I'm telling you, every January, in January, it will be good. But right now, it's not good in June. It is definitely not good. We were already seeing high temps in, um, what was it, May? Like 94 degrees. And I was like, this is not it. Please, what are we going to do? And y'all know I'm in a mail truck. So let me tell you, that 94 degrees turns into 104 when you get inside that mail truck. And it's just not fun at all. And that right there will show you that you need to do something different. Always, okay? So, all right, y'all have any more questions? If not, we're going to get into this because I don't plan on staying on here for long. I just want to get on here and talk to you guys about, just some ways that you can get started with digital marketing, because it really can change your life. It has changed so many people's lives. I feel like the biggest thing is you just have to get it out of your head that you don't want to learn, because if you're willing to learn, you can learn anything that you want and succeed. You don't have to have a paper degree behind you saying that you were certified at this or certified at that, okay? And these courses that I'm in, they really do show you that you don't have to have all that. The people here are making, tons of money because they realize that they have skills within them, and that, that if they just learn the skill, if they just advance at that one skill, they can do anything. You don't have to depend on somebody else to create your way. You can create your own way. You can make a way for yourself. So, of course, that is, what we're going to get into. So y'all, let's get over to UBC, to the School Academy, and I'm just going to share my screen with you guys, okay? Y'all give me just a moment. All right, guys. So we are in here. As you can see, this is the front page of the Ultimate Branding course. This is the course that is going to help you to do what you need to do as a digital marketer. You want to learn the skill, you need to get into UBC. UBC is actually a course that has, been around for a little minute. As you can see, we have a total of 54,000 plus members in here. That means that there is a lot of people in here. Okay, so I know that a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know what that is. Is digital marketing a scam? I'm not sure. Let me tell you something. If it was a scam, you would not see 54,000 people up in this community of people that are willing to learn a skill. Now, I will tell you, you're learning a skill, meaning that you have to actually learn this to become successful. It's not an overnight thing, and it's not a get rich quick scheme thing. It's almost like you're going back to school, but you're doing it for yourself, and you get to do it on your time whenever you feel like it. So if you're a mom and you have a busy life and you don't have time to stop and go to school to actually, get the knowledge that you need to become who you need to be, then guess what? There are actually programs out here that will actually give you all the knowledge. You just have to look for it. So I looked for a program that would teach me all about digital marketing, and this is the program. And the great thing about this program is not only do I get to learn from the program, I get to actually help other people learn from the program by sharing the information of what's inside of this course, how somebody can get started, and, just share ways of how other people are being successful within this course. Okay. And that's something that you don't get to do in regular school. Okay. We all know that you do not get to, you can share the information by just yourself. But if you have to actually, sell the course or sell the class that you took, you know that you can't do that. Well, with this, you actually can sell the same product that's making you who you need to be, right? So I want to get on here and just show you guys this so that way that you guys can see that there's other options, that there's ways, but you do have to be strategic about it. You have to get yourself into a program that's actually going to teach you. And then once you've gotten yourself into that program, you have to actually dedicate yourself to actually learning. Okay. So I want to show you guys what's in here, how you can go about, getting started, and, just kind of some of the testimonials of some of the people in the class, the course, and or the community. And I also want to kind of show you guys what the classroom modules look like, what you can learn, and how you can go about getting started. So let's dive in. So right now we are on the community page. Okay. Here you will get to see just like final call updates, things from the UBC course. They'll pin those. As you see right now, they have at least 3 pinned. And then you'll have like information from, people that are talking about their program, or people that are in the program and have questions. It's a very active community. You can get in here at any given time. It's all over the world pretty much. So that means that you can get in here at any given time and somebody can answer your question. You do not have to be alone. That's the one great thing about this program, is that you have a community of people that are there with you, right? So I love that, because I'm not in this by myself. If I get stuck, I can get in here real quick and answer and get somebody to answer my question. As you can see, 23 hours ago, somebody had asked a quick question, right? And how many people? So many people commented already. Okay, just had received a new comment 51 minutes ago. 4 comments and 3 likes, meaning that people are actually in here. People are actually talking about it. People are actually, answering other people's questions. And everybody in here wants to see everybody win, because we realize that we are all in this to win, right? This is not if you sell this course, I'm not going to be able to eat. If you give it to somebody else, I'm not going to be able to eat. Everybody's able to eat. Everybody's able to learn. Everybody's able to get something out of this, and everybody, receives what they're asking for. So this course really, really gives you that breakdown, and the people in here show you that you have a community of people that are here for you. Okay. So like I said, this is the part where you'll ask questions. If you want to say something to the community, you can. Somebody said, I want to pimp out my stand store. And then you have questions about Fiverr, or, somebody saying, hey, newbie, talking about what they're doing. And as you can see, these are very active comments 5 hours ago. Who else is excited for what's to come, right? So the community gets in the course, and they are actually active, and the actual course givers, providers are actually in here commenting on the course, talking about the course, talking about weekly affiliate shout outs. That means that, guess what? If you do so well, they're willing to actually, put something on top of it. So that is amazing. You get UBC mindset training, meaning that you are able to get your mindset together for free, because once you're in the community, you don't have to pay for that service, right? And you get all that through the community. Okay. So let us look at the classroom module. So in here, you're going to see give it a second. Okay, so in here, you're going to see the classroom module, and you're going to, just see some of the things that you can learn in here. Of course, you're going to have your core fundamentals, which is going to teach you everything you need to know about digital marketing, okay, which is the business aspect of digital marketing. Of course, if you need to learn about digital products or how to brand yourself effectively, you're going to get in here and you're going to hop into the branding module, and it's going to teach you all about how you need to brand yourself, what you need to do to become successful as a brander, and, just things of that sort. If you need to learn how to actually create a digital product, you can actually learn how to come in here, create a digital product, and they're going to teach you step by step how to edit it, how to make it look the way that it needs to look, and so forth on, right? It's all in here. It's video format, so that way you can just come in here at any given time, watch the video. You could just got off work and say, could have just gotten off work and say, you know what, I think I want to actually learn something instead of wasting my time sitting on Netflix, looking at things that really don't serve me any purpose. Instead, I want to get on, my actual UBC course and learn something new. So I want to learn about how to create a digital product, so that way that I can enclose the knowledge that I have and give it to somebody else. So I'm going to get into the digital product crash course and learn everything I need to know on how to launch and start making 5 to 10 sales with my digital products, right? And this is some really, really great information. Also, they're going to come in here and teach you how to set up your storefronts, your beacons. They have a go high level. They also have Stand Store, Systems IO, which is, another great one. So you're going to get in here and actually learn how to set those stand stores up, or set those platforms up, so that way you're not having any issues or problems when it comes down to, putting your digital products on a storefront, because I know that a lot of the elder community is like, I don't have time. I don't know how to work this stuff. I don't know how to do this stuff. You don't have to know how to do this stuff when it comes down to, this, because it's a course and it's going to break everything down. It's going to walk you from point A to point D, right? It's going to tell you how to do all of it. So you're going to get in here. It's going to provide you a content vault, which is done for you marketing materials. So if you don't know how to market in the very beginning, it's going to teach you how to market. It's also going to provide you marketing materials in the very beginning, so that way you don't even have to worry about trying to, figure out how to do it at this moment. They're going to teach you how to do it, and they're going to provide you a starter kit, so that way you can go ahead and get started as well. Okay. They also teach you about how to resell, okay, selling in your stories, which is a big one because you want to use your Instagram pages for the purposes that they're supposed to be for. And the purposes that they're supposed to be for is to let people know that you have products and services that they may be interested in. So this right here is going to actually teach you how to get in those stories and start talking to people the correct way, instead of using those stories to just show pictures off of yourself, because that's not exactly what it's for. It's for those things, but it's mainly for you to get in here and to actually, like, sell the things that you want people to be interested in. Okay, so of course you're going to learn about email marketing. You're also going to learn how to launch your business. You're going to have your first 72 hours of content blueprint, which is going to, give you a 3-day launch plan for your business and tell you how to get everything set up for the first 72 hours. If you want to learn how to use AI, this definitely is going to break it down for you. It's going to break down ChatGPT and tell you how to use it and how you need to go about making the content that you need to make with it. All right. Of course, you also have faceless marketing. I've told you guys before that you do not have to show your face in order to sell digital products or to sell a service or to tell people that you have something that they may be interested in. So how do you do it without showing your face or showing people that this is you actually doing that? You're going to do it through faceless marketing. You're going to learn the skill of faceless marketing, or learn the skill of digital marketing, which is going to teach you how to become a faceless marketer. And then you're going to be able to sell your digital products or sell your services without even having to show your face. That's a great thing about being in this game of digital marketing, is that if I don't want to show my face, I don't have to. I can still sell my products and still keep going, right? And they teach you that by, simply showing you the ways to actually get on here and create content that's going to help you to, market better for that, right? So they also have your content creation module, which is going to teach you how to create the content that you need in order to become successful in digital marketing, right? Because a lot of us have issues with actually creating content that's people are going to want to watch. So you don't know what to create. You don't know what your camera settings need to be like. You don't know how your videos, what they need to look like or anything like that. So you need information on that. This content creation module is going to teach you what kind of content you need to be creating in order to be a successful person when it comes down to being on the internet. And I just want to tell you, if you are trying to be on the internet, I don't care what you are trying to do, whether you're trying to be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, you are really looking to do digital marketing. It's just no other way around it. I'm telling you what it is. Somebody else might be telling you that, oh, it's this and it's that, but I'm telling you that it's called digital marketing. If you want to learn exactly what they're doing, you have to learn the skill, and the skill is digital marketing. And so we're in this course right now because I'm showing you that if you really want to actually be successful on the internet and make the money, instead of having to scroll all day long on social media wondering how are these people making this money and how are they doing this and how are they doing that, I'm telling you how they're doing it. They actually invested in themselves and they decided to learn the skill, right? So, um, you can learn how to, create value videos. It also gives you beginner Instagram reels. So that way you don't have to create your own Instagram reels in the very beginning, because your Instagram is where you're going to let everybody know that you have a product or a service. And if it's a digital product or service, then you're not going to be showing people a digital product per se. Instead, you're going to have a video or something playing in the background, so that way that you can just put a hook on screen letting people know that you have a service or a product that they may be interested in. And then you're going to put a caption talking to them about it in the caption, and then you're going to talk to them, tell them where they can go find it in that description as well, right? So of course you want to make sure that you have reels, because if you don't have a stock of your own, and if you're not trying to show your face, then how are you going to, have the content there to let people know that you have a service? It really doesn't matter what's going on in the background. All it matters is what's on the screen. So Instagram is a way for you to get that free traffic over to your products without you having to pay for ads, because you're going to create ads. And this right, the beginner Instagram reels course or module is going to show you how, everything is already there. You're just going to get in there and get started, right? Okay, so then this is also going to teach you how to be on YouTube, TikTok, and selling on Etsy. I know for the longest, y'all, for the longest, and I know y'all see some of it's green and some of it's not. These are modules. If I feel like I need more information on it, then I won't fully, turn it all the way green because I want to go back to it. I want to remember where I left off. So I won't complete it all the way. Even if I feel like I just need more information on it, I just won't complete it all the way. So that's why you don't see all of them completed, because I feel like, I just want to go back over that information again and just make sure that what I read the first time was correct. And guess what? I can do that as many times as I want to, because this is a course, and it's a course that I only had to pay for one time, and now I have access to this information for forever, right? And I don't have to worry about them upping the price on me. Whatever they put in here, I will forever have that, and they're always adding new things, and just helping provide material, helping provide the information that you need, so that way that you can get to where you need to be. So like I was saying, they're going to teach you how to be on YouTube. So as I told y'all before, to be on YouTube is actually like a real thing. You can be a YouTuber, but you got to know how to do it successfully, and you got to know how to do it strategically. And the way to be on YouTube is through digital marketing, because you have to be able to provide a service or something to somebody to let them know that, hey, look, this is, I'm doing this and you can do this too, or this is how you can do it, or this is why you should do it. But you have to be providing something on the YouTube platform. If you notice, YouTube is a large search engine, just like Google is. They play hand in hand together. And guess what? If you're trying to get on YouTube to do anything, then that means that you're trying to be on Google as well. And that means that you're trying to get on here so that people can search you, see what you're into. So when I realized that, I said, okay, well, stop playing around with YouTube and take YouTube serious, because YouTube is serious about you. They want to, capture your life. They want to know what your life is. They want to know what your story is, and they capture that through, your videos and the content that you put out there. The words that you say is going to reflect who you are 10 years from now. So those videos that you posted, earlier in your career, and you were like, hey, those videos didn't get anywhere, and I really wasn't talking about nothing anyway. You kind of have to be careful about that, because that's going to reflect what your journey was like coming up as the entrepreneur that you want to be. So they really do teach you all of that in this YouTube module. They teach you how to set up your YouTube. They teach you how to set up your thumbnails. They teach you how to set up your descriptions. They teach you how to, set up your YouTube studio, so that way you can actually be successful on this platform. Because, you can create reels all day long if you want to, but that's not really where the real thing of YouTube is the real juicy stuff of YouTube is when you create videos and you get on live streams and you talk to people and you get people interested in what you have to offer, and what you can provide somebody with. So they really do dive deep into what YouTube is, and I really do like that, because there's not a lot of platforms, even in the first course that I got into, or the first community that I got into, because it's rather a community and not a course. But the first community that I got into, it didn't break down YouTube, so I still had to learn all that on my own, and I was really struggling there for a minute trying to figure it out. But when I got in this course right here, and I started studying this module, it all started to make sense. It made sense as to why my videos were climbing on this days and not climbing on that days, and when my posting time should be, and what I should be looking for, and what my people are interested in, and just things of that sort. And before, I really just did not know what I was doing, because I was literally just, listening to everybody else on YouTube. But there's a real strategy behind it, and you can really be successful. And if you really want to make it work, you can make it work, but you need to learn the skill, and the skill of it is digital marketing. So you can also, learn all about TikTok. So no more sitting on TikTok scrolling for hours at a time trying to figure out how to do the same thing that everybody else is doing, and how to get monetized, and how to get in the creator rewards program and all that. Because guess what? It's going to teach you how to do all that. No more struggling. Like my thing is in the very beginning, I did not want to pay the money to actually get into this course because I thought, oh, well, this stuff seems easy. People are getting on TikTok and they're making it in no time. And I made it quickly. But when I came over to YouTube, I didn't have that same, it didn't go up like the way TikTok went. So I realized quickly that there had to be something that I was missing. There's a way for you to grow on every platform, but you have to learn the skill that's going to help you to grow. And the skill that's going to help you to grow on any platform is digital marketing. So, um, I got on TikTok and, did very well. But then I realized that I needed to brand myself. Nobody really knew what I was on TikTok for. Nobody knew what I was there for. I didn't even know what I was there for. I just knew I was showing up. I was like, I'm just showing up. Like they said, I'm showing up. They said to show up, so I'm going to show up. So I'm going to get on here every day. I will make sure I post something 3 to 4 times a day and just make sure I'm on there. Wrong thing. You are on TikTok because TikTok is a selling platform. So if you don't have nothing to sell, what are you on there for? If you're not sharing nothing, if you're not helping nobody with anything, what are you on TikTok for? And that's what I had to realize, that I had to be providing somebody with something. If you don't have anything to provide, that's why they let you get into the Creator Rewards program, because they're saying, oh, well, you don't have anything to sell or anything like that. No problem. We'll provide it for you. You can sell our products and our services, and then you end up selling their products and their services. But a lot of people don't know that that's just digital marketing. You just basically have learned the skill in that app, and they've taught it all to you. They've showed you it by showing you other people that's doing the same thing, showing you how other people market, and then you figure out a way to market your own thing. It's digital marketing. People just don't realize it. The same thing you do over there is the same thing you can do on any platform, because if you know what you're doing, you'll know how to talk about it anywhere in everywhere that you go, right? Like for me, I sleep on it, I eat on it, I live on it, y'all. I really, really do. And the reason being is because I understand that everything is pretty much sales. Even the jobs that we work for is sales. Like, let me see, hold on 1 second. See, like how is in the Bible when people say we need to see what. Okay, say that again, Jason. Say that again. I see it says like how in the Bible when people say we need to see what therefore is therefore. Um, I kind of understand what you're saying, but like, of course, for me, I wanted to see what I was getting myself into before I got into it, right? So I get on here all the time and I talk to you guys about UBC, and I do it in my videos and things like that, but I don't really get on here and just show you guys what's in the course, in the module, and I'm able to show you guys like what you can do and all that kind of stuff. And that's because I do it on other platforms too. But whenever you are really trying to show somebody something, you got to get in here, open it up, and show them. So that's why I'm getting in here, to show you guys, so that way you can see if this is something that you really want. Because you might want it. You might you might be tired of going through the runarounds of wanting to know how to do this and how to do that. But you just want the full deal. Just give me the full information. Like myself personally, I just wanted, I just wanted somebody that was going to give me the information. I knew that there was somebody that had the wealth pot, but I couldn't figure out, like, okay, I said this person is playing, that person is playing. I need the wealth pot. I don't need the games, the funny acting. I don't need you to say, oh, I got this for you, then come back later and say, oh, well, you purchased this, well, now you should purchase that. I just want the wealth pot. And to me, UBC is the wealth pot, because I was looking for that. I prayed for it. That sign came, and it was right there. And when I got started with it, it was like, this is perfect, because I actually get to learn the skill. I had DBA. I have been selling DBA and have been doing really well, but it was the whole issue of, I just felt like I needed to know more. So I wanted to actually advance my knowledge. And I'm so glad that I did, because I actually understand the concept of YouTube. I know what YouTube is. And I'm not second guessing myself on whether or not I'm gonna be successful on this platform, because I know that I am. I know I'm gonna be successful, and I know that anybody else that learns this knowledge is gonna be successful as well. And I'm telling y'all that, if you have plans to actually leave a 9 to 5 job, you need to secure it by actually learning the skill instead of saying that, I'm just gonna pick up and quit my 9 to 5 job because I feel like, I got a camera in my hand, and I'm creating content and TikTok is paying me a check, that I'm doing good. Well, just because TikTok is paying you a check, that don't mean that you actually know the skill. That just means that, they have found that you can talk very well, and things of that sort. But do you know the skill? Do you know how to do the same thing on every platform? I wanted to know how to do the same thing on YouTube, because YouTube is, amazing. Okay, it is the platform that's really going to build you. It's going to let people see your journey. It's going to let people understand what you're giving, what you're providing people. And this is what we want. We need a YouTube has been around for a very long time. I thought it was all about me when it came down to YouTube, but it's not. It's all about you sharing your journey. That's what YouTube is all about. And beforehand, I did not know that. I didn't know that it was about me sharing my journey. Instead, I thought it was me simply just, you know, basically just getting on there looking cute every day. And I realized very quickly that that's not what it was for. It's actually a way that I can, make some money while actually trying to make some money, right? So I can, while I'm in the process of making my money, I can help others to make money. I can share what it's like. And then guess what? Because I'm sharing how to do something, and I'm showing somebody how to do something, YouTube is willing to pay me because of that, right? So that's what you want. You want to know how to become successful at this and not just beat around the bush with it. Because if you want to leave that 9 to 5 job, you need to do it the proper way. And the proper way is to learn that new skill. So that way you're not sitting around here guessing and wondering if you got it, wondering why you're thriving on TikTok, but you're not thriving on YouTube, you're not thriving on this. The reason why is because you don't know the skill. You can learn a little bit about it on those other platforms, but they don't teach you the main skill. And the best way to learn the skill is through digital marketing. You need to get into a program like UBC and actually start learning this stuff. And it doesn't take time. I'll tell you one thing. When I first started, I did hesitate in the very beginning because of the price. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay $4.99 for UBC. It is it can be a little bit of a bit much, but I told myself, instead of me worrying about how much it costs, I could have been already done with the program, could have already been helping somebody, and I'm sitting around here worried about the price. And the only reason why I was worried about the price was because of the situation that I was in. So I had to make the decision and say, okay, instead of me worried about this price, let me focus on what's inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's an amazing course and people are having all this success with it, I know I can get in there and do the same thing. All I have to do is really apply myself. It's a proven program. It's proven for you to get the success that you want if you learn the skill, if you do what they're telling you to do, and do exactly what it's telling you to do from the T. Because you have to get in here and learn it. A lot of people get in these programs and then they get them and then they're not willing to learn, and then they wondering why they're not seeing any success. They're not getting anywhere, getting to where they want to be. And the reason being is because you're not willing to learn. You're telling yourself that you want something different, and you didn't purchase this course, but you're not getting in here applying it and studying it every day, at least putting 30 minutes in, right? You're not looking at the mindset modules, which is going to teach you how to get yourself into these courses and keep your head in the game instead of, playing these games with these jobs that you're in, right? So you have to really, really have your mindset in it, and you have to tell yourself that this is what I want. You know what I mean? This is what I wanted. I knew that I was tired of depending on that 9 to 5. I knew I was tired of crying about it. I got tired of, being that friend on the phone talking about, oh my gosh, my job is just miserable, and this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. I got sick and tired of that. And I said, I'm not about to keep doing that. I'm about to create a way for myself. There's no way that I'm going to continue to keep putting myself through, torment like that. We just can't do that to ourselves. We have to be honest and realistic with ourselves, and realize that, in order for us to get to where we need to be, we have to apply ourselves. And the way to apply yourself is by getting in here and, learning a skill, being willing to learn a skill. Now, I will say this, even though it's a $4.99 course, there's multiple ways to get into this course. You are able to get into this course by simply getting started with a payment plan. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I didn't want to give up that full $500 right then and there. So I decided to start with a payment plan. And that payment plan broke it all the way down for me to where I only had a small payment, per month. And you can even get that you can get it broken all the way down for 12 months. You know what I'm saying? So you can get 12 payments to where you don't have to, you know, keep looking at it, or not 12 months but 12 payments, to where you don't have to continue to think like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how I'm gonna get this paid. I really want to get in this course. I really want to get started, but I don't know how I'm gonna get started. There's a payment plan option, right? So that's a great thing. I just had to tell myself that I was willing and ready to actually do this, instead of like telling myself, okay, well, you want this information, you're tired of going to YouTube and searching this and searching that and not really getting to where you want to be. So how do you get to where you want to be? You got to get on here and actually find the course that's going to open the door for you. And then once you find it, you need to get in there and start studying it. So that's what I did. I got in here and started studying. As y'all can see, I'm in here, I'm studying. Because in order for us to become successful, we got to study to show ourselves approved, right? So I got in here, started studying, and I'm finding myself approved because I'm realizing that ain't nobody gonna be able to do it but me. And I'm just happy that I actually found the key, right? Because a lot of people are searching but can't find the key. I'm happy that the Most High revealed it to me, and now I'm able to help somebody else with that same key, that same knowledge. So, I'm going to stop here for a second and ask questions, see if anybody has questions. If not, we're going to go ahead and try to jump into one of these modules and just, let you guys see what's on the inside. So that way that you guys can, see what I'm talking about, see what the actual courses look like, how much information you get, and just kind of see the video portion of it. All right. So y'all ask any questions. This is the time to do so. Does anybody have any questions? And I do want to thank you all for coming in here tonight. I know that it's kind of late, but I did get on here a little late tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get on here at a better time. I might do two, one in the daytime and one at night. So y'all be sure to stop on through and catch me again. But I do thank you guys for coming in here tonight and, just kind of being willing to actually advance yourself, because I wanted y'all to know straight from the title that this is what it is. I'm getting in here teaching you guys about learning a new skill, because that's exactly what you need to do if you want to free yourself. It's time out for us thinking that we're just gonna get whatever we want by it just being out there. The only way you're gonna get what you want is by actually learning the skill that's gonna help you to become successful. And so that's what this live is for, to help you learn that skill. All right, guys. So do we have any questions? All right, so we're going to go ahead and start moving into just the modules. I'm just going to show y'all this very quickly because I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. I didn't want to stay on here very long. I just wanted to get in here and talk to you guys about digital marketing, how you guys can go about getting started. All week, I have been sharing to you guys how to create digital products, what digital products are, what digital marketing is. And I say, you know what? It's time for me to get in here and actually start talking to the people about how they can get started, because this is how I got started. Somebody was in one of these lives talking about it. They were willing to share because, you know, you can keep this information to yourself. I can keep all this to myself. But what is that going to help me do? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to help me with anything. We have to be willing to give that information when it's necessary. And so this is me providing you guys with that information so that way that if you feel like you want to get started, you can. And just to let you guys know, the way for you to get started, you can go to that link in my bio. Um, if you go to my YouTube channel, you're going to be able to click the link in my bio, which is going to head you over to my storefront. And you can go check out my storefront. You'll see UBC. And if you want to do the payment option, you will have to do that on your phone. Okay. So if you want to pay over time, you will have to do that on your phone. But if you want to pay, you know, right now, then you can pay immediately and then just check yourself out right there at that link. But if you want to pay on your phone, if you want to pay over time, through Afterpay or Carlana, you know, which are payment services that allow you to pay over time, then you can. Okay. So, and you can do that by heading over to that link and using your phone to actually access the payment option. But if you want to just go ahead and pay straight out, you can use your computer and go straight over to the website, click on that link in my bio, up in my YouTube page, on my YouTube page, and then it will take you directly over to the storefront where you can view all the products. I have created a few new products that I have put over there, but you know, I just wanted to get in here and talk to you guys about UBC. I'm not really talking about those. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, let us go ahead and start diving deep into the course itself, okay? All right. So, I guess I can show you guys selling on stories. As you can see here, you're going to get into you're going to get into the actual module itself, and all of these are pretty much videos. Okay, it's going to be, instead of you having to sit there and read everything, because let me tell y'all, that is the part that, you know, makes you not want to do, you know, schooling online, because you feel like you got to do all this reading, and it's just after so long you're like, I'm just over it. I'm over the reading. But with this course, everything is video modules. So you can sit down, you can listen to it, or you can be up cleaning your house and have it in your earbuds and listen to it that way. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to stop everything you're doing just to sit down and listen to this course. And that's what I love about it, because you know, I'm about to get ready to get some things done for the family, and I can still put my earbuds in, listen to the course, and be active with the family and everything, and get this knowledge, right? Because I don't have to stop everything just to receive the knowledge that I need to receive in this course. So I want to just kind of, you know, show you guys how I do have mine sped up a little bit, but you can slow it down, speed it up however you need to, and watch these courses, right? Watch the actual module. It's going to give you everything you need to know. It's going to tell you if you don't have any results, what should you be doing, right? How to sell with no sales yet, right? How to not be salesy, stories branding, what not to do in your stories. Is going to give you the full thing. And these are people that are successful, that are already making the money that you want to be making, right? That have gotten in this course and are willing to give you the knowledge that they have. Now, I will give you a top thing that I love about this course is that if you do your research, you will see that these courses are created by these colleges that we look up to, right? UBC, when I did my research, was created by someone from Harvard. So this is a Harvard course. It's a course that's from Harvard, but it was just sold off to someone else. And you can purchase the course and then have other people to take it, and then you can go from there. And so somebody had the ability to purchase that course from Harvard, and now we have the ability to purchase it at a lower price and actually learn from this knowledge. And it's also knowledge that other people that are making the money that we want to make, being in the predicament that we want to be in, they're right in here showing you how they're doing it, and how you need to go about doing it as well, right? And this is all from their success stories, right? They're telling you what you need to be doing. They're teaching it to you. We have multiple teachers and things of that sort in here that are going to teach you, and everything is in video format, so you don't have to worry about having to learn all the knowledge all at once. Everything's there, so you can go back to it at any time and learn it later. So I just wanted to show you how you can come in here and see that they are in video format. Right here is going to give you a vault. You know, like if you need things for your storefront, to sell this actual course, you can, okay? Because pretty much when you have this program, you're able to take this program and use it as your very first product if you don't have one, right? So let's say, for instance, you don't have a product at all, and you know you want to just take this product. You learn from it, you know it like the back of your hand. You're studying from it every single day, and I just want to take the same product, the same course, and sell it to somebody else so that way I can help them with the same problems that I had. I can do that. I can do that. And they provide you the things in the course to actually help you to sell this product with no problems, right? And the great thing about it is that every time you sell this product, you get 85% commission. Okay? And you don't have to sell it. You don't have to do that. But the great thing is that if you want to, you can. And school don't give you that option. Remember, if you go to school, the only thing you're gonna get is the knowledge. That's it. You're not gonna get the course itself so you can give somebody else the direct course. Instead, you're just gonna get the knowledge and you're gonna have to relay the information that you learned over to them. This way you don't have to do that anymore. All you have to do is give them the exact tool that helped you get to where you need to be. And because it's a digital product, this is a affiliate course now, because it is a course that gives you a certain percentage based off of, you know, if you decide that you want to put it in your store and market it, you can, and you will get that 85% off. And the overhead, whoever created it gets the rest of that, you know, little bit. But guess what? 85% is amazing. When you didn't have to create the product, you didn't have to create the service, and you don't even have to create the information that you need to teach somebody about it because it's all within the course. So everything is there, and it's great to use this as your very first product because you can, and because I mean it's all there for you, right? So I love how they already have a content vault in here, which gives you the information or the stuff that you need to actually sell this course if you want to. Okay. The core fundamentals, I do love this course because it does break down you know, some of the things that we have issues with. Some of the reasons why we're not seeing the success that we want. It does break it down. Okay. It's going to, you know, go into the problems and it's going to tackle those because a lot of us don't like to look at what's wrong, and this is going to help you actually see what's wrong. And as I told you, if you need to get in here and set up your, you know, storefront and you don't know how to do that, they're going to teach you all about that. So you don't have to worry about trying to, you know, do all that by yourself because everything is there. Everything is there. If you want to learn how to set up your DMs, that's there as well. So you don't have to try to figure it all out. They're going to teach you how to set up your mini chats, which is going to actually automate your system to where when somebody comments on your video, you don't have to be the one person to respond to every single thing to stop what you're doing to make money. That's the great thing about this is that if I decide to sell this course, I can sell it at any time of the day. I don't have to stop what I'm doing in order to sell it. All I have to do is have my system set up and my back end set up and have it in my storefront and promote my product. That's the only thing I have to do. That's the only thing I have to do. Once I have it in my storefront one good time, once I created put it in there and set it up, then now all I have to do is talk about it. I don't have to create it. I don't have to do anything else. And now I use my mini chats when somebody wants to purchase the product or a service, or they comment on my video when I leave a word telling them to, you know, get more information. When they comment that word, then guess what? Mini Chats is going to send them my automated information, which is going to tell them how they can get started. So I don't have to lose any sleep trying to make that money. It can just automatically keep the flow going. So I don't have to stop doing what I'm doing to keep things going. Because when you have 1,000 and some people asking you, how do I do this? How do I do this? Guess what? You're not going to have time to answer and respond to all of those people. And if you do, you're going to get tired after so long. Because if you were at a 9 to 5 job like me, I didn't have time to answer to any of those people. I had to keep going, right? So yeah, I want to stop and talk to you right now, but I can't. So how do I do it? How do I, talk to you and, keep my business flowing without stopping everything? I do it through automations, and ManyChats is a great automation tool that they're going to teach you how to use it, how to set it up and get everything started. Do we have any questions? If you guys are just now coming in right now, I am in the Ultimate Branding course, and it is a digital marketing course, and I'm teaching people how they can get started in the online space, right? Teaching people how they can get started in, transforming their lives. If they want to, rid themselves from the 9 to 5 lifestyle, then they have to do it actually, the smart way. And the smart way is to learn a new skill, advance in that skill, and then teach others how to do that skill. And then you'll have a product or a service that you can provide somebody with, right? And once you have that product or service that you'll provide somebody with, then you're going to let everybody know how they can, go about getting that product or service. And that's what I want to show you guys here tonight. So if you are new here, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the chat. So I'm going to stop here for a few questions. If we have any, y'all let me know. If not, we're going to keep on going. All right, guys. So I didn't have any questions at this time. So we're going to go ahead and move over to the next thing. All right. Um, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys some of the testimonials just to show you about what some of the people are saying that are in this course, to show you that people are actually having real success when they're learning this skill, because that's the biggest thing. You want to see the success, right? Someone said 22 hours ago they just made 4.2K in 5 days to rejecting job offers, right? So that's all they did. Okay, they made 4.2K in 5 days from selling this course. It says, as an immigrant in UK who has constantly been affected by a job market and now a full-time digital marketer, this means the world. I go by Faceless Income, and she's going to tell you her story. But she's just telling you how she is making this money, and she's super excited, and she's thankful that she's able to do it. You can do it as an immigrant. You can do it as because you don't have to be here. This is something that's all over the world, because anybody can do digital marketing. It's simply you taking a product or a service and letting everybody know that I have this product and service, and this is why you should be interested in it. So I love, love, love that about digital marketing. And this is proof right here to show that you can really, really make the money that you want to see, even in 5 days. So like I said, they made 4.2K in 5 days. All right, guys. So let's see. Someone in here, of course, they have things that are going to be in here from a while ago, and then you're going to have some that are going to be in here fresh. So that was 22 hours ago. This one is from 10 days ago. This lady said that she made her first UBC sale. I just made my first UBC sale. I joined digital marketing as a complete beginner. With UBC March 1st on this year with one goal: to learn how to make money only. Okay, so that's her main goal. And she's already hitting that goal. She's already sold UBC. So she spent that $4.99 and then she got it right back when she sold sold the program, right? So you make an investment, you get it right back once you actually put it out there and let people know that this is something that's possible, that you can do this, and that you can actually learn the skill by getting in this program and letting other people see what they have and what is here to offer, right? Okay, so of course you have big wins. She said that my first sale breakthrough journey. I'm super excited to celebrate a huge milestone today on June 3rd. I made my very first sale so far, and I started, and she's going to go down into that. And that was 14 hours ago. So I'm very grateful that she put that testimonial in here, because it really does inspire the newbies and let them know that, you can do this, because in the very beginning, you're going to get uninspired when you ain't seeing what you want to see, but you got to keep going, and the dedication that you put in is what you're going to get out. So I'm glad that she put that in here to let us see that that is possible and that you can do that, right? This lady just said that she cashed out all from her phone. $8,912 all from her phone. One day you can barely afford anything, and the next you're cashing out $8,000 from digital products. From digital products that all she had to do was create that product one time, or she didn't have to create any products because she sold UBC. If she decided to sell UBC, that's its own digital product in itself. All she has to do is get online, talk about it, talk about the benefits that it has, and talk about how people are already seeing success, or people have been seeing success, and the success that you could possibly have as well if you decide to take it serious and learn a new skill. Crossed 11K in 3.5 months. That's really good, guys. A lot of people are not making that on the job. I can honestly say that I don't make that at my job. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't ever see that much money in my job, just in general. I mean, the way that they make you work for it, you're just most likely not going to see that within that short amount of time, not that quickly. You know what I'm saying? So UBC is a game changer for a lot of people, because you get to see the income that you want to see from helping others learn the skill. And guess what? You're not just making money from this course. Once you've learned the skill of digital marketing, now you know how to use this course and make money anywhere that you go and through anything. So now I know how to become the content creator that I need to be, which is me promoting other people's services and goods. That's what I do through content. I provide value through promoting other people's services and goods. And I show myself doing that with videos, right? So in order for me to become successful at that, I needed to learn the skill of digital marketing. I needed to know how to do it successfully, because I just did not know how to do it at first, right? We have some more sales testimonials in here. And then we have some people that just said, from burnt out 9 to 5 to digital confidence, talking about just how they have finally gotten to the point to where they want to be, and they're just grateful for it, right? And they were barely making ends meet, and now they're where they want to be. So you have some really good testimonials in here, and I just wanted to show y'all that, to show y'all what is possible. Okay, so let's see. Of course, we went through the classroom module. They also have a calendar in here. This calendar is going to break down what's going on. So if you have, like, let's say, for instance, you having some problems or some issues with tech and you don't know what to do, I'm telling y'all, they're going to get in here and they're going to talk about it Monday, 7 p.m. They know that you work. They know that you're still working and you're trying to find a way. So guess what? They have these calls at times that they know that you can join. 6 p.m. for certain calls. You have 7 p.m. for UBC Tech, right? 7 p.m. for question and answers on Wednesday. You have, because they know that you're gonna have questions. So they're not avoiding you. People that don't want you to succeed will avoid you. You know what I mean? But they're not gonna avoid you. They're gonna teach you how to do what you need to do, and they're gonna show you how to do it through these calls. You can call and ask us any question that you need to ask on these Zoom calls, right? So I love that about this program. And we're back over to the community once again. And yeah, that is what I wanted to show you guys about UBC. Do we have any questions? If not, I'm going to show you guys a more affordable option if you guys are not necessarily ready to actually commit to UBC, even though you have a payment plan that you can get yourself signed up for and, pay as little as $87 and be done. You know what I'm saying? And pay that every month. That's 4 payments. If you want 6 payments, they got those options. If you want 12 payments, they have those options as well. And you can do that and be done. They do approve you for whichever payment process they want you to go through. So if they want you to only, do 4 payments, and they'll have you to only do 4 payments. If they want you to do 6 payments, they'll only have you do 6 payments. And if they want you to do 12, they'll let you do 12, and you would just pay that over time, right? So, you have that option if you want to get started with UBC. So don't think that, I don't have the money, I can't get started, because there is an affordable option, which is to, pay over time with Carlona or Afterpay. All right, so like I was saying, if you're not ready to fully commit to UBC, I also have another option, which I will briefly go over that. I'm not going to stay on that for very long, but I will go over that quickly. Okay. So, because all of these are on the same platform, okay, they're all going to be on the school community. So, I'm just going to go over to the other program that I have, which is Royal Business Academy, right? So I told you there's a way for you to get started with an affordable method, and you can get started learning the skill of digital marketing. It's not going to fully go into detail on teach you how to become a full-blown digital marketer, but it will give you the basics, and it will teach you any other skill that you might be interested in. It gives you multiple ways to make money, and multiple ways to make money online, how you can go about getting started. It really dives deep into business. Okay, so if you are trying to, really, really learn skills that are going to help you, because really, when you get yourself into this space, you're going to want to learn more than one thing. Content creation is one thing. You have affiliate marketing. You have you know, PLR products, which you're going to be able to sell. You're going to have, just going to have quite a few things that you are going to be you're going to want to get yourself into. And once you get into it, it's going to open up the doors for a lot of things, because you're going to see that, oh, okay, well, if I can do that, then I know I can do this, because I learned the main skill, which was digital marketing. So if I can learn that main skill, then I know I can do anything. But this right here is that affordable method, which is Royal Business Academy, and it's just a small entryway for you to get into digital marketing. Um, right here, of course, it has kind of like the same concept. You're gonna have your winner circle. You're gonna have your new students. They have the CEO Connect, but it's just people. The owner is getting in here talking to you about the community, where you can get started, how you can go about your enrollment process, and getting you started with the welcoming kit. And then of course you're gonna have some people in here that's gonna tell you all about how much money they made, what they did to make this money. Oh, I love this right here. $8,000 in 1 month from selling, just products and services within this community. So I love, love, love that. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. You did your thing. Amazing. And I'm just gonna get in here and comment really quickly, because I'm supporting the people, right? We support each other. It's not a, oh, you made it and I can't make it. No, we all can make it. Like, yes, we can all do this, right? And people are really gonna comment back, and you might get a friend. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for people that have the same like minds, then you need to get yourself in these communities, because these are the people that have the minds like you. I didn't have a lot of people around me that had the same mindset to want to succeed and do something successful and be somebody successful. So I'm glad to be in these communities. I'm glad to be in these these communities that are actually going to help me to see that, look here, there's people around here that are willing to help you. There's a community of people that you can get yourself into. It does not have to be miserable all the time. You complaining about something that you don't want to be into, because usually when you get on the phone with your friends, that's all you do is you complain. But I wanted to get on here and mastermind with people and figure out what we can do to become successful. And I love that they have these communities, because you're not in this by yourself, and you have people that are going to, get in here at ask questions. They're going to tell you about the success that they have. If you ask them, how can I do it, they're going to show you how to do it. He Pastor James, you know what I'm saying? He's showing you that it can be done. So yeah, anyway. Okay, so let's head over to the classroom module. In the classroom module, you're going to see, you have your roadmap, which is going to tell you how to navigate throughout this community. And then, of course, you have your mentorship, which is free, meaning that you don't have to pay somebody to show you how to do this. It's all right here, and I love that. You're also going to have your Zoom replay. So if you are not able to make it to the Zoom, guess what? You can come over here and everything is on replay mode, meaning that you do not necessarily have to be there in the Zoom at that moment. You can come back to it later, and I love that. You're going to get started with your business foundation, customer service support. These are all things that you need to know about. This is a new skill right here, customer service support. Business branding. This is a really great module right here. Business automation. Of course, you're going to see some of the very same similar things from UBC. The difference with UBC and Royal Business Academy is UBC is that full-on digital marketing skill. Royal Business Academy is going to teach you a piece of the skill, but then they're going to provide you with products and services to do other things besides just, digital marketing, right? So you can do all kinds of things. It's going to teach you about sales and leads and emails, Etsy, Amazon, trucking. This is what I mean. You're going to learn about trucking. Instead of just digital marketing, you get to learn a new skill of trucking. You can learn about crypto investing. You get to learn about investing in finances, real estate. You can learn all about that, affiliate marketing, brand ambassador, and life insurance. So it's so many things that you can get into. They're going to teach you everything you need to know about Canva. They're going to teach you everything you need to know about business funding. Of course, you have your digital marketing one in here, and then of course you have your staffing agency. You also have a grant vault, which is going to teach you all about how to, create the grants that you need, so that way that you can get your businesses up and running the way that you want them to be running, right? And not have to worry about coming out of pocket on everything. You just need to know where to go to get the money, because it's free money out here for businesses. But the only way that you know that that money is there is if you seek it. So this right here is everything that you need to know to seek it, because it's going to show you where to go to get the grants that you need and everything of that source. If you want to learn about healthcare, it's going to even teach you all about healthcare. You got a whole full NCLEX prep. Y'all, when I tell y'all just don't know how much it costs just to get prepared for the NCLEX. That's exactly what I was in. I was in nursing before I got started into, doing other things. But in the healthcare field, it's hard to get that information. But guess what? You automatically get that information in here. So you get to learn about public relations, healthcare, travel bosses, Pinterest, monetizing with AI, locations mastery, payroll. So now you don't have to worry about finding somebody to do your payroll, because you know how to do it yourself. You will learn how to do taxes. These are all modules that are coming. But the amazing thing is that these modules are here. This is stuff that you don't have to go pay somebody to learn how to do, because it's all here. Now, one of my favorite things about the community is the PLR suite, because I get to take any one of these products or services and I can help somebody with this same product or service, right? These are actual courses, ebooks, guides that's going to teach somebody how to do something. You can send over one of these guides or PDFs to somebody and they're going to learn a new skill, okay? And these are products or services. Like I said, if you finish one, you can check mark it. I'm not finished. I like to come in here and look at it and see what I want and see what I want to put on one of my websites or whatever and go from there. But anyway, you can take these products or services and put these on your websites and actually have people to purchase this from you. This is information that you don't have to create yourself. You can just already have it there. It's knowledge that somebody has this knowledge, right? The schools have this knowledge. Instead of sitting in class all day, why not just come over here, learn the information by clicking on one of these modules, and then getting to know what I need to know about it is going to open you up to this Canva link, and then you're going to learn all about it, and then you're going to help somebody else by providing them the same link that you have to get started as well, right? So I love it. I absolutely love it, right? And I even showed you guys on my last video how to upload these PLRs to your storefront. So just think about this. All of these are products. Every single one of them. That's a product. And it's a product in any kind of field that you can think of. And this is not it. I told y'all it's 20,000 of these. So this is one. Then we have another set right here. We got another set right here. So instead of me having to create videos, images, and things like that to promote my products or my services, it's already here. All I got to do is go in here and pick one. I don't feel like creating one today. I can go in here and pick one. Pick whichever one I want and upload it and put my caption, my hook, and everything on it so that way that somebody can see, that I have a product or a service that they may be interested in. Most times out of 10, people get shy and they don't want to show their real face. You don't have to show your real face with digital marketing. You don't have to show your face whenever you're trying to promote a service. All you have to do is have a good quality video on screen with a good, nice hook and a caption, a CTA, call to action, a caption with a CTA, call to action, and then it's going to tell them where they need to go to find this product or service that you're bragging so much about. So you have that in here and you get so many of it, right? And all of this stuff comes to you because you've already purchased the program. So once you purchase the program, you get all of this. And the great thing about it is I get all of this and then I can sell each one of these individually if I want to, right? So today I don't feel like selling this. I can come in here and see, okay, well, what do I want to, promote? If it's something that I'm really, really good at, let me see, become very knowledgeable about it. Come in here and see if there's something that I want to add to this product or service, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there and let everybody else get the chance to get that same knowledge and information, right? And that's the great thing about PLRs is that you don't have to do all the work yourself, right? You also get social media PLRs. Gonna teach you what you're supposed to do. It's talking to you about your reels. It's talking to you about Instagram. And guess what? Once I get done with all this stuff, learning this stuff, I get to teach somebody else the same stuff. I get to help somebody else learn the exact same stuff by putting this on my storefront and letting somebody else purchase the ebook or the workbook or the reels that reach or whatever it is that I have to that I want them to know about. I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to look and see whatever I want, and then I'm going to put it up on my storefront because you have the option to do that because you purchased a program that has 20,000 done for you PLR products, which means that whatever it is that I want to learn about, I can come in here and learn it. I had somebody that came to me and was looking for a product, and I was able to come in here and find that product and sell it right to them, right? That's exactly what you want to be able to do. Instead of having to go create all this stuff, you're going to already have it done for you. You're just going to put your own touch on it. You're going to put your own spin on it, and you're going to get it out there. No more fighting with it and all that. If you don't know how to create this stuff, it's already here for you. I love this for the elder community because they don't have to create this stuff themselves now. All they have to do is come in here and put it how they want it to be. So, if you don't know how to run Canva, they even teach you how to run Canva. They give you guides and ebooks and things of that sort on how to run Canva. There's even a module in here on how to run Canva, as y'all seen, right? So you have that PLR suite, which is going to give you all that and more. Okay. It's even going to explain how the PLR process works, how you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to make it your own, how you're supposed to promote it, and so forth, right? So you're going to get all that, how to go about it, what you're supposed to know. All of it's gonna be in here, so you don't have to wonder how am I gonna start with this? What do I need to do here and what do I need to do here? All you gotta do is come over to the classroom section and start right here at the roadmap, and this is gonna navigate you to everything else that you need to be doing. And I love that because it's an actual roadmap there. I don't have to go and try to figure this out and try to figure that out. It tells me exactly where to start. I'm gonna start right here and I'm gonna go all the way through. And I can do this on my time. I don't have to do this on somebody else's time. I can do this on my time, right? So I love that about this program. And right now I have this program up on my storefront for $125. I did have it on sale once before for $99, but at this moment it is $125. So if you guys are interested in getting started with RBA, which is a very affordable way to get started into digital marketing and to learn new skills, you can do that with RBA. Okay. I have one more thing in here that I want to show you guys because this is amazing. Let me see. Right here, business courses. All right, y'all. So I love this section. Okay. I love this section because not only do I get to sell ebooks and things of that sort and guides, but I get to sell the full blown course. Somebody wants to learn the course. Guess what? I get to sell the course to them. I can sell them any course that they want to learn about. I can sell it to them. And all I have to do is come in here and, come over to the actual reseller area where I'm able to actually click on the reseller portion of the course and sell the reseller portion of the course. So I get to sell the guide, the ebook, and I get to sell the course. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great thing to get into the Royal Business Academy because you get so many ways to make money, so many streams of income. Because if I don't feel like doing digital marketing, I can come in here and say, you know what, I want to learn all about pallet flipping course, learn all about how to sell these pallets, right? I'll be going into these little stores, these bin stores, and they have all these pallets everywhere and they filled up with all this stuff. How do I get into that? I don't know how to get into it. Well, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna take the course, I'm gonna actually learn from the course, then I'm gonna go and read the ebook, the guide that they have over in the PLR vault, and I'm gonna learn from that PLR guide, and then I'm gonna get online and I'm gonna tell somebody else how they can do this exact same thing. So I'm telling you, it's a win-win because it's stuff that you don't have to come up with. It's already here for you, right? And that's the great thing about digital marketing because you get to be online and do this stuff. You don't have to just, you don't have to be sitting in one spot to do this stuff. You get to be here, do it whenever you want to. These courses allow you the flexibility to learn whenever you need to. If I just want to get in here and I don't want to sell RBA, and I just want to, learn all about how to be in the nail salon business, I can come over here, take the course on nail salon business, go over there, go get the guide and the ebook on nail salon, and really, really up myself on the knowledge of running a nail salon. Then I have all the knowledge that I need to get started, right? So it's really just about coming in here and actually learning the stuff that you say that you want to learn. Everything is in here pretty much. I mean, I would say everything. Stuff that I didn't even know existed is up in here. So, like I said, that is Royal Business Academy. Do we have anyone that has any questions about Royal Business Academy? I'll give y'all a minute to ask questions. Like I said, if you are interested in getting started with Royal Business Academy, you can do that by going to the link in my description on my YouTube channel, and you can go to that link and sign up. Go ahead and get started with Royal Business Academy, and just go ahead and get yourself in there. It will be a link that will come straight to you, and then you'll get everything going and go from there. So it's not hard. It's really just telling yourself that you really want this, and then you can be in this community and, have the success that you want. So If you want to start with Royal Business Academy, you're not ready to start with the full blown, digital marketing skill, then you can do that for 125 on my storefront. You'll just go to the link in bio on my YouTube channel, and then you will click that link and it will take you over to my storefront, and then you will purchase. If you want to purchase UBC, you can do the exact same thing. And I'm just going to give y'all a few more minutes to see if anybody has questions. Does anybody want to, is anybody looking to get it right now, UBC or Royal Business Academy? If you are, speak up. We can see what we can do. If you are having some issues and you feel like you want to take this serious and you're really ready for it, y'all comment and let me know what you want to do. If anybody needs me to go back through a specific set or a specific module, I can do that as well. So y'all just let me know. I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes and then I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And like I said, you can easily purchase UBC or Royal Business Academy through my link in my description on my YouTube channel. It will take you over to my Beacon storefront, and you can go over there and look at the product and purchase the product when you're ready. And once again, I thank you guys so much for coming in here tonight. I'm just happy to share this information. I'm glad that somebody shared this with me, and now I have the ability to share this with others. And it's just a blessing. So I'm grateful. And I'm grateful that you guys are here tonight. You're taking time out of your Saturday nights to be here with me. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Jason. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. If you guys have any questions or y'all have any concerns, you guys can always just email me. I do have my email inside of the description as well. So that way you guys can get in touch with me. That is thatpostalady@gmail.com if you guys are trying to get in touch with me. So it's really just, taking the initial step and, investing in you, because really that's what it's all about. Making that investment in you, doing what needs to be done, and telling yourself that instead of me complaining about my situation, I'm going to do something about it. So I decided that I wasn't going to complain anymore, and I decided that I was going to take action, and me taking action was me deciding to learn a new skill. And I was able to do that through these programs. My main course that I was able to actually fully learn the skill of digital marketing was through UBC. And now I'm on here trying to help others to do the exact same thing. All right, guys. So in about 3 minutes, I will be getting off of here. Do we have any questions before I get off here? Like I said, thank you again, guys, for showing up and coming into my live. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will be back on here again tomorrow. If you have any questions or concerns, y'all just be sure to email me and let me know if you need help with anything, if you need help signing up, or if you just need help going through the course again. Just let me know. Um, thank y'all again. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to y'all soon. Once again, to purchase the UBC or the Royal Business Academy, you're going to go to my link in bio and click the link up there, and it's actually going to take you over to my Beacon storefront, and there you will be able to purchase from my storefront. So thank you guys once again for getting in here and joining me as I talk about this product tonight, and y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later.